Beat talk, beat, hey, beat talk, beat talk with Boots Green.
Yes, we are back. You know what I'm saying? I told you guys we were going to have somebody new. You know, every week we got somebody new. So this week I had to have a long lost brother that I finally get to meet. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's via Zoom, but I get to meet him. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, please give a huge, crazy clap applause for my bro, Aaron Sticks Smizeth. You know what I'm saying? What's up, man?
Man, what is going on, my brother? It's finally a pleasure to finally have a conversation with you and talk to you, meet you, man.
My brother from another mother.
You already know. Yes, sir.
So how's everything going over there, man? Where you at right now?
I'm in Cleveland, Ohio right now.
Okay.
So everything's been solid. You know, just been doing the home studio thing. And so that's what's been keeping me afloat right now. And so honestly, I think this is what I'm going to transition into, because it's so amazing being able to create and to do everything from home and not have to leave my wife and kids. So
yep, that's the best thing in the world. Well, right in the basement. It
is. It is, man. It I'm so grateful. Grateful.
What you got? What's that behind you? Some Rollins? What's that?
Yeah, they all Rollins, man. Up here is a JP 8000. In the middle right here, I got a System 8. At the bottom, I have a what is this? Jupiter X, and then over here, I got an old vintage 90s XP50. In the middle over here, I got a Phantom X6, and then I got a Jupiter 50 at the bottom over here.
So you got basically every genre, like every whatever you need as far as a Roland, you know, the Sonic. I got you,
dude. Yeah, pretty much, man. I've been a Roland head since a kid. Like, I just always loved Roland synths. And although I don't play as good as I wish I could, like, you know, I'm an aux player whenever I do play.
I feel you.
So I just always gravitated, like, ever since I was in grade school. I just love the way Rolands look, the way they sound, all that stuff. But you know, what's crazy is, you know, who really put me on as far as like the information about it and stuff is Man Man.
Oh, of course.
Like,
that's Roland Jr.
Man, right?
Yeah.
Man, he called me, and because when I first signed with Roland, he called me and was like, man, you know, he just kind of welcomed me in. And he just gave me like so much information on every single keyboard that I have. Like, he knows everything. Wow. Like, I was like, yeah, it was crazy, man. So I'm grateful for friends like that, because I wouldn't know what to do with these mugs if I didn't have like him in my life. Okay, so I'm with Pearl Drums.
Okay.
And so in the studio, I use Pearl reference drums. And so my travel drums, whenever I travel, which I haven't done that like all year, but whenever I do, right, exactly. Whenever I do like club gigs or anything like that, I use this Session Studio Select joint that I have because it has a 20-inch bass drum, and that fits perfect in a car. You know what I'm saying? Throw it around type deal. And you know, like these joints that are in the studio right now, these joints are like, yeah, they're like the $4,000 or $5,000 joints, you know. So I just keep them to stay put.
Yeah.
And so the reason I even use Pearl is because growing up as a kid, that was the first like real drum set that I had. I had like an export, and Marvin McQuitty was my favorite drummer growing up. He was playing Pearl, right? Rest in peace.
Yep.
He was playing Pearl at the time, and so he had Pearl everything, and so that's what I like wanted as as I got older. I started venturing off and playing other stuff. Like when I was in high school, I had some Thomas Starr classics. I have this like a love affair with old school Black Panther snares, like the early 2000 joints. Like I got a Deep Forest. I got two Deep Forest. There's a joint that I have that's a maple Black Panther, but it's red with like 24 karat gold hoops. Like Yeah. I'm like I'm drum nerd, man. But as I got older, I gravitated back to the Pearl sound, and so I just really love how solid Pearl is. Like these drums they don't move, they don't budge. You know, they're heavy duty. Like I absolutely love them. And then plus Pearl, they really support what I do, and they take care of me as far as not just gear, but you know, when I do clinics and stuff like that, they also make sure I get paid.
Right.
Other stuff. So, you know, I built a really great relationship with them, with the owner, the CEO on the North American side, as well as the rep. And so I've been rocking with Pearl, man. Like I really like them a lot, and I'm comfortable there.
That's what's up, bro. Well, you know, shout out to Pearl, to the P Diddy's. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
What age were you when you started playing drums, man?
Man, I was two, and I started beating on pots and pans like everybody. Yep. And then as I got older, I started. My parents put me in drum lessons at 8 to learn how to read music. So I started learning how to read music at a very early age. And
that's right. Did reading help you? Like anything that did it help you in any way?
It helped me a ton. I will say this: it helped me a ton because when I first started learning how to read, I started learning rudiments at an early age.
Okay.
But I really didn't start honestly applying that knowledge until I started kind of getting older. It was weird. It's almost like one day everything clicked.
Yeah.
But no, it helped me tremendously because like as a kid, I started playing double stroke rolls and stuff like that. So
that's dope.
I was definitely more advanced than like just the average kid, but I also knew like the knowledge behind it.
That's what's up. I mean, I never learned how to read. Like I had learned how to read piano a little bit for like a year, and I just was like, nah, this ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't gonna work.
I didn't really care for reading all like that, but I just liked playing so much.
Right.
So that was something that I don't know. Eventually, I started reading. Doing that at 8 and 9 years old. That's really impressive.
That's gifted. That's a gift, bro.
Yeah.
That's a simple gift.
I thank God for that, man. Like not too many people are able to be exposed to that type of level of music and learning at that age, you know. So
totally true, bro. And I mean, hats off to you because you know like I said, that's a gift. You know what I'm saying? There's people that want to learn the way we sound and the way we play and the way we think. But it's like you can never really teach somebody that. Like that's what I don't think a lot of people understand about lessons. Like I can't really give you me. You know what I'm saying? Like I can give you my perception and my concepts and all that, but it's always going to be an inch of difference because you're you. You know what I'm saying? Like so. I mean, like I said, hats off, bro, because there's a lot of people that want to do what you do as far as reading and being able to just play naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish I knew how to read because I would be taking these orchestra gigs. I don't care.
Oh, bro, yeah,
what? I would wear these little union gigs out. Crazy, bro.
Nah, for real. That's another thing that people can think about and stuff too. Like at the end of the day, a lot of these orchestras and stuff are always looking for like timpani players and you know all that stuff like that. Like there's so many different percussion instruments that you can dabble into just for the love of percussion.
Who inspired you on drums? It's like who made you want to take drums further? You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like who did you hear or whatever? Like what was the main thing or person that made you be like, I'm staying on drums? That's it.
I think, man, honestly, the hometown homies. Like, I'm from a small city, and so the city that I'm from is called Muncie, Indiana, which Muncie is 45 minutes from Indianapolis.
Okay.
But for some odd reason, like my generation of like friends that I have are extremely, extremely gifted in music, and so we all just kind of band together, and so like all my homies that I grew up with, like, really inspired me to continue to get serious about drums and stay serious about drums. But I would say the very first person was my cousin, Jeremy Webb. You know, he was like 9 or 10 playing at church. And so he was the first person that I saw, like, I thought he was just the most amazing drummer in the world. But then I started venturing off and started meeting other friends and seeing other big bros and stuff like that. And so Yeah, mainly the cats from home, but I would say like industry wise, who I really wanted to be like, or who I looked up to in a major way, like one of the first people was definitely Marvin McQuitty. That was
OG.
probably like the first person that I actually tried to look up and search and look up in magazines.
Right.
And you know, grab all the records that he was playing on. Like I was a Fred Hammond fanatic as a kid.
Yep. I think everybody was, bro. Seriously, everybody.
Yeah, of course, as I gotten older, like all my influences changed, and I started seeing like cats like you, of course, and Spanky, and you know, started watching y'all sheds.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they hit YouTube, it was like 2006, 2007,
right?
And I'm just like, what the hell is this stuff? Like, this is how I want to play.
Right.
What I want to do, and so
that's dope.
Yeah, man. But yeah, ultimately, from I guess your initial question was, it's just my hometown friends, and they still inspire me to this day.
So what's your favorite genres to play?
I guess my number one favorite genre is R&B.
Okay.
I love R&B. Second, I actually love straight ahead jazz. Like,
that's what's up.
Yeah, like, man, when I moved before I got married, I had moved to Nashville for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was weird because like that's all I was playing down there. And I think that's when my vocabulary really started opening up on drums too. Dope. Like when I started really playing straight ahead. So R&B, straight ahead, of course gospel, you know,
mm-hmm.
I'll never ever leave gospel, but I like playing other things more just because I didn't get to really play it all like that growing up.
Right.
But yeah, all types of jazz and stuff like that. Like, I love all that stuff, man.
I mean, bottom line is you tackling them all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm trying.
Yeah, your hunger and your diligence is like what's making you, you know what I'm saying? It's always going to have you like a dope drummer in general and as a human being, because you're opening up different, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just a one-way street. So it's like musically, I always tell people like musically, if you can find a way to get out of the box, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll understand how that helps you even in your regular life. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same thing. Facts. Yeah, it's the same thing, bro. Drum life, human life, whatever. It all involves situations. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you mess around and go audition for, let's say, an Afro-Cuban gig. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of all of that, now you're learning the vocabulary, you're learning the culture, you're learning so much through that one genre.
I definitely respect music for what it is, like all types of music and genres. Right. And so I try to study what makes a genre, you know, as far as like no matter what genre it is, like it could be Afro-Cuban and it could be Brazilian music, like all these things I've studied, and it's like there are certain beats and certain things that they do that makes it what it is.
Right.
And you have to like, it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful thing, man. Like I really think if people really look at music that way, as far as different cultures and stuff like that, and try to understand it on a more broad perspective, like a lot of cats would be able to really appreciate other genres more than just the ones that they're so used to just playing.
Y'all better learn how to respect genres. Saying cats always trying to play something like, yo, no, that's not how you play rock. That's not how you play. You know what I'm saying? What would you tell upcoming drummers, especially the young drummers? But what would you tell Annabelles? Shoot, from your experience, from the Aaron Smith experience, what would you tell them as far as coming up in the drum world? You know, how to handle yourself, or just like what to look for, or you know, what's your advice?
I would say number one advice, man, is like, don't compare yourself on the internet. Damn. I think that's the biggest one, because even myself, I have to literally pray, because sometimes you don't get a hold of your mind and you let it wander to certain places when you're looking at this young cat that's killing, and he's got all these thousands of followers and all these thousands of likes and you see certain people like their stuff, but they don't like your stuff, or they comment on their stuff and they're not commenting on yours, but they claim that they support you. It's like you can get in these certain mind games and get in a type of funk, like comparing yourself.
Right.
So I would say just don't compare yourself. Like what's for you is for you. And you know, the internet is the internet. Like that's not the I know the game has changed, but it's not like the deal breaker.
Yeah.
Like the internet is not the deal breaker. And so another thing too is relationships and knowing how to communicate, because there's a lot of talented cats that are so talented and amazing, but you know, it's okay to be weird, but just know how to talk to people. Like there's some people that just don't know how to have a regular conversation without talking about drums or music, or we're talking about, you know, political or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Real talk.
So just having people skills, I would say, like, really focus on having people skills, because at the end of the day, like, I've seen some cats, no offense, like I've seen cats that may not be as talented as whoever get like huge opportunities because they're cool at.
Yeah. No, that's the truth. The truth. Yep.
And so, you know, there's a lot of cats that are so focused on being the best drummer and being so talented and having all the chops and stuff like that, they forget like the human basics of just being a cool individual that people like, being a likable individual, because you can be the most talented individual in the world, but if you're not a likable person, nobody's going to want to work with you. You know what I mean? There's ways of going about things, and God will bless your heart at the end of the day. Like if your heart is right, God will bless it. What's for you is for you, and you just don't have to compare your journey and your success to anybody else's.
You're an actual genuine breed, man. So I thank you for even taking your time to just, you know, take a few minutes from the family. I know they upstairs. Probably, you know, baby probably like, where dad? I don't smell him no more. Where you at? But if you know, look, man, we can keep it moving, because I know you got to get back to your family. I got to get back to mine. So this next joint that you're about to perform, what's the name of this song that you're playing to? Did you produce it, or did somebody else produce it?
Somebody else produced it. So the joint that I played to is produced by Evan Marion, which he has a lot of stuff. He has a lot of stuff with Dana Hawkins. And so what I did was I just, you know, a lot of cats are playing the same tracks online. And so I wanted to be different.
Right.
And nobody's playing Evan Marion stuff all like that. And you can buy his whole album Drumless on Bandcamp for like $5 or $6.
Wow.
So I bought like 3 of his albums. And so I just go through them and I'm just like, man, I really like this one. And so it's called Cali. Okay. And so, you know, it's gonna be available on my YouTube channel and stuff like that, just so anybody can see it. But
listen, the thing has a pocket to it. Like that thing, you played everything clean. Like you played everything literally like I can hear vocals, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so that to me, you know me, I love parts, you know what I'm saying, patterns, I love simplicity. We all love chops, but if I can hear you speaking simply, I'm happy. Like I'm good. I felt that was a great John, as we say in Philly.
Man, I appreciate that.
let the people know where they can find you. You know where they can find you at on social media, and let them know all the information that's coming out with the EP and all that.
Yep, I got you. So, you can find me on Instagram at Aaron Smith Experience. You can also find me on Twitter at Aaron Smith EXP. What is it? I guess people go on Clubhouse too. You can find me on there as well at Aaron Smith EXP. Really, everything is Aaron Smith Experience. Yeah, YouTube is Aaron Smith Experience. You can find me on all digital outlets for music at the Aaron Smith Experience.
One-stop shop.
Yeah, like
Yep.
no, literally, I try to make it simple for everybody to find me, and so same thing for Facebook. Aaron Smith, all that stuff. You'll see me. So that's pretty much it.
That's what's up, bro. Hey man, listen,
Yes,
I thank you seriously from the bottom of my heart, from the top of my heart, both sides of the heart, just for like taking your time out away from the newborn, away from your wife, away from your family. I know you got to get back to them. You know what I'm saying? So listen, please y'all follow Aaron. Please hit him up. Any questions? You can see he's a genuine dude. He will answer questions for you with no problem, and he's real and he's honest, and he's a dad and he loves God. So.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. Love you, bro, for this time. And we're gonna talk in a few minutes after this anyway. So
yes, sir.
Everybody be safe. Boot Screen, Beat Talk. We'll be back next week. Peace.
Beat Talk. Beat. Hey. Beat Talk. Beat Talk with Boot Screen. Beat Talk. Beat.